Everyone needs a restaurant that they can go to that just makes you feel good. A place that's been around and been the same for decades, with comforting food, a place that just makes you feel everything is right in the world. And for me, that is Kupels Bagels in Brookline.
Best bagels in town. We are a kosher and carb bakery. We have quite a following, very big following, and a very friendly atmosphere. I think our bagels is the best in the world, but who am I to say?
I've stood in line here hundreds of times facing this sign that says to pronounce it Kupels, but that entire time I called it Kupels. I don't know, I guess I need stronger coffee. Farzad Gorby is a great American success story. He worked here, then he bought the business and grew it. Now it's a beloved institution. The man is like a professor of bagelology. He's been studying his craft for decades. The ingredients, the boiling, the baking, it's a combination of science and art that produces one of the best bagels you are ever gonna have.
We have 23 different bagels. We have sizzle rye, salt, cinnamon, glaze, egg, onion, pumpernickel, black and white, blueberry, jalapeno, tomato, basil, multigrain, plain, cinnamon raisin, whole wheat poppy, whole wheat everything, and whole wheat plain, and also egg everything.
They have 20 kinds of spreads here. You can get them on your bagel or get them to go. My insider's tip is to get a dozen bagels, and they do the 13th free here, known as the baker's dozen. Just woof it down in your car, no one will know. This staff gets here at about midnight to make these bagels, and then they're bright and cheery at the counter at 6 a.m. when the lines start on the street.
We are very blessed to have a great crew. We take good care of them, and in return, they transfer that in their relation with the customer. It's quite a community. A bagel, but no preservatives, no additives. Flour, sugar, salt, yeast, water. You should see a nice crust and chewy inside.
The process here begins with the absolute freshest, best ingredients. Then it all goes into this gigantic mixer. Then the dough is cut and shaped by this awesome machine where they start banging them out by the dozen. First, they cut the dough into strips. The strips go into this machine. Then it gets cut into 4-ounce blocks. From there, it goes into the machine and voila, it comes out shaped like a bagel. Then these bagel beauties need to wait for 24 hours. From there, they get coated entirely in the seeds.
Sesame, poppy, and all that, we don't sprinkle it on top. When we boil the bagels, when it comes out, we grab it and we dip it inside the bucket of sesame. So when you get it out, you have sesame on both sides or everything or anything else.
A big key here is after the boiling, it goes straight to the baking. And 18 minutes later, you've got your bagel.
When making bread, making things with your hand is just so great. Making bread, making bagels, you know. I think in the restaurant business, bakery is one of the toughest, but I think it's the most enjoyable.
A lot of times you get an onion bagel, the onion falls right off it. Here, it's cooked with the onion inside the bagel.
We don't put the onion on top, we fill it up as much as we can, as much as the dough allows. When it comes to onion, we want every bite of that bagel to taste like onion.
This is the Coolidge Corner, and I think it might be the best bagel sandwich here.
Coolidge Corner is our most famous bagel. It's a bagel toasted with the scallion cream cheese, salmon, tomato, onion. It's a very, very popular.
I mean, I can't get my mouth around it. This definitely could feed two. The Porter Square is delicious.
Porter Square is any bagels you want toasted with egg whites, garlic and herb, avocado, tomato, and jalapeno. Sometimes I look at it and you can't cut the bagel in half. It falls apart, you know. You have to give them a fork to eat it.
I'm a big fan of the Davis Square. This is a monster of a sandwich piled up with smoked salmon, avocado, tomato, lettuce, and cucumber. Bagel sandwiches don't get much better or bigger than this.
Once you have our sandwich, I promise you, you're not gonna finish it and you're gonna take the rest home.
This is the big Jewish area of Brookline, and everybody comes here to get their halal. This is a real sweet bread made with a lot of egg, perfect for French toast if you have leftovers, which you probably won't because it's that good. This is known as cinnamon roll dough. It's fantastic.
It's one of our most popular. 6 different kinds of dough put together and shaped like a croissant with cinnamon and sugar. Can beat it. It tastes like very tasty cinnamon roll with a cup of tea. It's very good.
If you want to be the most popular person with your family, your friends, your office, bring them a dozen Kupels bagels and cream cheese. It works every time. It is the only time that my parents like me better than my brother Dan.
Actually, that's true.
Kupels Bagels in Brookline.